Alright, so in this video we're going to be using our inventory count calculator. Okay, now for this calculator we'll be using different methods. Okay, one of those methods is specific identification. Okay, next you have weighted average. Okay, then you have first in, first out. And finally you have last in, first out. Okay, so let's say the total number of units in your beginning inventory is 30 and cost per unit is $15 per unit. Okay, notice this calculator figures out your total cost, which is $450. Okay, let's say first purchase on your invoice, the total number of units you have is 35 units. Cost per unit, let's say this is $15 a unit. Okay, total comes about $525. Okay, on your second invoice, let's say you have 50 units at $10 a unit. The total comes about $500. On your third invoice, let's say you have 60 units at $12 a unit. And finally, on your last invoice, you have 30 units at $18 a unit. All right, notice this calculator figures out your goods available for sale, which is 205 units. Okay, and the price is $2,735. All right, so once you do your inventory count, you will need to type in your total units over here in this box. Let's say this is 30 units. Okay, notice this calculator automatically figures out your units sold, which is 175 units. Okay, now for 30 units, if you're using specific identification, let's say the price is $540. Okay, your total cost of goods sold will be $2,195. All right, next you have your weighted average method. Okay, once again, you will need your beginning inventory. Let's say you've got 30 units at $15 per unit. Okay, on your first invoice, let's say you've got 35 units, again at $15 a unit. On your second invoice, you have 50 units, let's say at $10 a unit. Third invoice, let's say you've got 60 units at $12 a unit. And on your last invoice, let's say you have 30 units at $18 a unit. Notice this calculator figures out your goods available for sale. This is a total of 205 units. Okay, which is valued at $2,735. Okay, now for your weighted average, okay, you would take the average for your cost per unit. Okay, and this is the average that you get. All right, and you will use this average for cost of goods sold. Okay, so let's say you've got 30 units left in your ending inventory. Okay, your total cost of goods sold will be $2,334.76. All right. Next, you have first in, first out method. Okay, now in this method, okay, the way inventory works, okay, this is first come, first serve. Okay, so whatever comes in first goes out first. Okay, so let's say beginning inventory is 30 units at $15 a unit. Okay, let's say your first invoice shows 35 units at $15 a unit. Second invoice, let's say this shows 50 units at $10 a unit. Third invoice, let's say this shows 60 units at $12 a unit. And on your last invoice, let's say you've got 30 units at $18 a unit. Okay, so your goods available for sale, this is a total of $2,735. All right. Once you do your inventory count, okay, you would start at the bottom. Okay, so on your last invoice, you had 30 units. You would type in those 30 units over here for your ending inventory. Okay, and the price will be $540. Okay, notice this calculator figures out your cost of goods sold, which is $2,195 using first in, first out. Okay, finally you have last in, first out. Okay, using this method, okay, the way inventory count works, okay, whatever comes in last goes out first. Okay, so let's say beginning inventory is 30 units. Once again, this is $15 a unit. On your first invoice, you've got 35 units. Again, $15 a unit. Second invoice, you've got 50 units. $10 a unit. Third invoice, 60 units. $12 a unit. And on your last invoice, let's say you've got 30 units, $18 a unit. Okay, so your goods available for sale, a total of 205 units, valued at $2,735. Now, for units in ending inventory, you would start from the top. Okay, so your beginning inventory is 30 units. You'll type in 30 units. Okay, and this is valued at $450. So you'll type in 450 over here in this box. Okay, notice this calculator figures out your total units sold, which is 175 units. Okay, at a price of $2,285. Okay, so this is your total cost of goods sold. Okay, this is basically how you use your inventory count calculator.